had a good plan and was able to execute that at a high level. Obviously, disappointed for our football team, for our coaching staff, our players, for our fan base. That is you're definitely not the way that we wanted to play tonight. Obviously credit goes to Miami for what they did, and this is something that completely falls on me, and I've got to do a better job of putting our guys in the best position possible to go out there and play a better brand of football. We've got to play more disciplined, more physical, and obviously more consistent. Top to bottom in all three phases. To have 13, I think it's 12 or 13 penalties, throughout the course of the game, things that you definitely hurt us in a lot of areas. We've got to get that corrected. We make a big emphasis on it, throughout the course of the week. We've got to do a better job of emphasizing that as a staff, and it starts with me. And in all phases, that is, we did not play to the standard of what we want to do, and I definitely am grateful for our team, our staff, and all the things that some guys had to overtake with me not being there, and I appreciate all the work that went into that, but obviously we got to perform at a higher level, and that starts with me. So we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to emphasize those little things of what it takes to play winning football, and we've got to get better. And that's something that we're absolutely committed to, and I know is going to happen here as we move forward, and that's what I fully expect.
Coach, is it too simple to point to the fact that you weren't there in terms of the lack of discipline and the lack of composure, or are you not willing to accept that as the reason?
I think there's a lot of factors. We all have a choice in how we're going to respond, and throughout the course of the game, and there's emotions, there's obviously all the things that go about with playing a game, and all we need to focus on is each individual play, and going out and coaching to the best of our ability, making sure that we're performing to the best of our ability, and being in control of ourselves. And you're not going to beat any team when we can't consistently put that into action. And the things that as disappointing as anything else is just some of the emotional responses that are not up to the standard of what it takes to playing winning football. And that's something that we will get corrected. We're going to continue to emphasize, and like I said, it starts with me, and we will make sure that we continue to help build these guys, and just as a complete football program, we're going to do things the right way, and that's something that we're going to continue to work on in each and every day as we move forward.
Have you been able to talk to the team yet? Were you able to in the locker room? And I guess if so, what's kind of your message after a game like that? And also, it was always, I'm sure, going to be tough for you not to be there to be able to talk to your players and coaches, give in-game adjustments, but especially as that game was unfolding the way it was. I guess how much tougher did that make it for you having to sit at home and just watch it happen out of your control?
Well, I have not got a chance to talk to the team, and so that's going to be something that I'll be able to do tomorrow, and I fully know that our coaching staff and the leaders that we have within the program are conveying the same message that I would have. Is we've got to continue to get better. There's a way and there's a formula of what it takes to be successful, and there's a lot of guys that are investing in this program. They're investing in themselves. They're investing in what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. But in the heat of the moment, that's where the consistency has to show up. And like I said, as a coaching staff, I've got to do a better job. being able to implement that plan and make sure that we're holding ourselves to that standard in all aspects. And but I do have the ultimate belief in our coaching staff, and I do have the confidence in our players that we have that we can go out there and do that. And we just did not do a very good job of that here this evening.
Coach Norvell, during the last game against Georgia Tech, you emphasized that the team overall wasn't consistent enough, missed out on many opportunities. Can you kind of say that maybe this was one of the reasons why you all kind of lost today, or what can you say overall was the main reason?
I mean, there were a lot of factors. To lose a game the way that we did this evening, there's a lot of factors that went into it, and our consistency, our discipline. There are things that we can definitely do better in all aspects. And this, I'm talking coaching staff, players, everybody involved, and we've got to continue to work. I mean, this is a process. This is something that. At the end of the day, it's gonna take a continued effort each and every moment that we get to improve and to get better. And I'm absolutely certain that will occur, and I'm certain that we have the people in place to get that done. But in the moment, in a game like that with a lot of emotion, that's where our focus and our overall mindset. I mean, it's got to show up at a high level, and obviously we did not do a good enough job of that tonight.
Hi, Mike. Towards the end of the game, we saw a lot of true freshmen and underclassmen play. Do you expect to see those guys take on a bigger role even here in the next couple of weeks?
We're going to play the guys moving forward that put us in the best position to win football games. And the reality is we haven't won a lot of football games around here as of late, and this is something that we need to do. We need to continue to have that competition. We got to continue to help guys through the process, whether they're a freshman, whether they're a fifth-year senior, of playing to the level that we're capable of, and to making sure that we're hitting that standard of what it is to play winning football. And I am excited about the journey we have in front of us. I am excited about the opportunity. When you sit there and you go through a game like that, I mean, it is. I hurt for everyone. I mean, it's sickening to have to live through that. And but the only way that you can move forward is how you choose to respond. And we've got some fine young men that are sitting in that locker room in Miami right now that I know are hurting. And with all the want to, with all the desire, I mean, there's a way that it needs to get done. And we've got to continue as a coaching staff to help direct that. We've got to continue to improve as a coaching staff. I have to continue to improve in all aspects of what we're doing within this program, because we're still at the very beginning stages. But I know what we're doing and what we're teaching, it is the right way, and it's it does win, and that's something that we've just got to do a better job in all aspects of being able to apply that in a day-to-day mindset and routine.
Hey, Mike, how hard was this to watch, knowing that there's nothing you can do about it?
Tonight was extremely challenging. It's those are my guys, and to be sitting at home and not being able to have an impact throughout the course of the game, it was a tough night. And even in the tough moments, those are the times that I embrace being a coach. And I know our coaches. I saw them working throughout the process and throughout the course of the game, good, bad. They kept coaching. Guys that that got an opportunity to play in the game. I thought that in the second half, I saw some guys that really gave great effort in continuing to compete and continuing to fight. Obviously the game did not go in any aspect the way we wanted it to, but we're still in control of the effort that we give, and obviously the response that we have to finish. And that's something that sitting at home and not being able to be a part of that process here this evening. It was one of the harder things that I've ever had to do, and it was unfortunate.
Hey, Mike, just through 2 games, as you assess the challenge ahead, is it steeper? Is it more of a challenge than you thought even coming in now, having seen where you guys are at after the first couple of games?
We are where we are, and I don't think anybody would have, sitting back 9 months ago, would have imagined the things that we've had to work through and the things that have kind of occurred up until this point. I know that there's a lot of things that we have to do to continue to grow as a football program. There's a lot of things that we have to do to help make sure that that we are doing things to the standard of what it takes to win football games, and the way that this program needs to be represented. So I embrace every challenge that we have, and through the course of each experience, it provides an opportunity to get better. And I will tell you that there are great days ahead for this program, and we are going to work at an extremely high level in every aspect to make sure that we're doing our part to improve in each moment that we get. And so we have to improve. We've got to take ownership to what we have done to this point, and we have to get better, and we've got to get better quickly. And that's what's going to happen immediately when we get back tomorrow, and or here this tomorrow Sunday morning, and when we get rolling tomorrow night. I mean, it's going to be a process to improve. We're going to evaluate the things that happened through the course of this game, and then we've got to get better and you move forward as a program.
You're still without Josh and Hamza. They weren't able to play tonight, but are you concerned at all about what you guys are doing from a scheme standpoint, or do you feel like what you guys are doing is sound and it's just a matter of execution and getting things down? Because it seems like you guys have tried different things and nothing seems to work on defense.
Well, through the course of through each experience, it's things for us to be able to continue to evaluate. Tonight, we did not have much success this evening, and something that we will continue to work to improve and putting our guys in the best position possible, and continuing to develop them to be as consistent as they possibly can to be where they're supposed to be, and obviously making the plays when we get the opportunity to make them. So, and to answer your question, I've got the ultimate confidence in our coaching staff, and also the players that we have. We just have to get better in all aspects of how the position we're putting our guys in, and then obviously finishing that with a high performance when we get the opportunity on game day.
You spoke some about the freshmen and the spite that you saw from some guys in the second half. I guess, would you speak more specifically to what you saw from a lot of those guys who got their first real experience, especially on offense, Tate, Lawrence, a couple of the wide receivers, and how valuable this can be for them going forward?
I think Lawrence is a young man that has really worked hard throughout this fall camp. He is. He's grown each and every week. We thought that he would have an opportunity tonight, with LaDamian Webb being out, to really make more of an impact, and it was good to see him go in there and perform at a high level from what I could see there on TV, and it was good to see him just continue to play hard, and gave us some explosive plays throughout the course of the game. I know Tate getting some extensive work there in the fourth quarter, some things that he'll be able to learn from, and with good and bad that showed up. But those are things that it is invaluable for what they're going through early in their career. You look at even along the offensive line, we still have a lot of redshirt freshmen that are playing in that group, and guys that are learning through on the run with what they're doing, and we were able to get Robert Scott, Thomas Schrader, saw both those guys in the game, and and then like you mentioned, a couple of different receivers with Kentron, Darian, Brian Robinson, all getting some significant snaps. So offensively, that that experience is going to be great for those guys, and obviously they got to continue to develop. Defensively, we also played a lot of young guys throughout, and it's really the same thing there. We just we have to just get better as a program in all aspects.
All right. Thank you, Coach. That'll wrap you for tonight.
All right, thank you, guys.
Okay, we have Amari Gaynor. He'll come and sit where I am, so we'll get rolling with him in just a second after we kind of reset everything in the room.